difficulties. Can you guys hear me? I hope you can. Um, as I was saying, welcome. Today's guest is Mikey D. I found him on TikTok. He is huge in this HS community, and I want to have conversations with people who, like myself, have struggled with this chronic skin condition for years. Without further ado, welcome in Mikey. Mikey D. There
There we
we
go.
are. Hello, welcome.
Hey, how's it going?
Man, technical difficulties had me by the chokehold. I was like, what is happening?
Right, right. And look, I have the same issues when I'm navigating social media and stuff like that. I'm just like,
Man, it
oh
was a,
man.
I was like, wait a minute, I need my fan. Um, But welcome. I wanted to thank you for taking time out of your Sunday to come over here on a different platform than I've seen you on in the past and have a conversation about something that has plagued both of us for years. I want to first talk about like over here. I'm about like the mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, and financial toll that HS can take on people. So I wanted to kind of like start off first with mindset, right? And I want to know what was the biggest lie, right, that HS tried to tell you about your body and your worth, and how did you stop believing it?
um, this is a great question because I just heard this question be asked to a brother of mine that has HS, and the answer that he gave was the same answer that I got to give. That that I wasn't going to be accepted, by women, or in that sense, or
Right.
that I'm ugly or something like that. Because like myself, he as well. HS for guys, it really attacks like our face and our scalp and stuff like that. I had braids and I shaved all my hair off because it was getting to me, getting to attack my scalp a little too much. So
Wow. Okay.
that right there was probably the hardest thing right there to kind of get out, because when I was younger, and this is when HS hit me. I was younger. I didn't have a beard. I clean shave, low
Right.
haircut, little goatee and stuff, and you know clean cut, and having to get scarred up on my face all the time and cut all the time. It was a little rough. So I just it kind of messed with my self esteem for a long time. And then I mean I just I kind of was got more active into the community and stuff like that on social media and stuff like that, the apps, and just talking with people there, and kind of getting out of my little shell of
Okay.
feeling ashamed, because like for the longest time on social media, my picture was never my face. My profile picture wasn't my face. It was like the anonymous face, the anonymous mask.
Oh, really?
That was my picture for a long time. For a long time, I was too ashamed to show my face. So yeah,
Okay.
but
How
I mean,
how did you like, was there a specific time or something that happened that you was just like, I'm changing my profile picture and I'm gonna show me with HS and everything, that like what was it that made you change that?
um, just like when I was really just talking with other warriors, and seeing the struggles that they deal with, and how brave they are to come out. Some ladies, they have it under their armband and they want to wear top,
Mhm.
sleeveless shirts, and
Right.
just seeing their courage and stuff like that really encouraged me to just be like, you know what, it is what it is. I'm gonna show who I am, and you know take it
Okay.
from there.
Well, I'm glad that you were able to get to that point because a lot of people struggle with that for a long time.
Yeah.
And so, since you mentioned that, opening up to a new partner can be really like challenging and vulnerable. How did you get past? How do you handle those initial conversations?
Um, with that, I'm really just I like to be direct. I'm getting older. Um, and I just don't want to waste anybody's time, not my time or that person's time. I want to, like, I'm not even mad if they don't accept it. Technical difficulty. I feel you.
Technical difficulties. I can't even move around here. I'm sorry for interrupting.
No, you're good. You're good. But yeah, no, I really just kind of get straight to the point. I don't, I let them know what it is. I tell them about it. If they want to see it, I show them the parts that I'm comfortable with
Right,
showing. But I mean, I explain it to them, and I think with me it's a little easier because I do advocate for this condition on social media. So if a person doesn't meet me on social media, they're eventually going to look at my social media and be like,
right.
oh, okay, this is what this person, is dealing with. So, but no, I mean, I'm just upfront about it. I just, maybe the second or third date, I want to talk about it and just kind of let
Okay.
them know. Cause like I said, I don't want to waste nobody's time. And they're, I mean, like I'm not even mad if they don't, accept it because I mean, it's not an easy condition to live with.
And no, it is
The
not.
thing, yeah, everybody doesn't sign up for what we deal with.
Right,
So I can't
right.
be mad at them.
So I want to talk a little bit about like the financial aspect of it. So from like creams to bandages to gauze and surgery, how has HS affected your finances?
In the beginning it was rough because I mean just paying for all that stuff, the gauze, having to buy that stuff all the time, even going to Dollar General it racks up.
It does.
So just going to get all that stuff. Um I at one point I did try all those fancy creams and ointments and stuff like that. It didn't work for me. So I
Okay.
mean I kind of just mine's is really simple. I mean it's just gauze tape that doesn't irritate my skin too bad. So I pick between like two or three different tapes, and
Okay.
I get that, and then I use Head and Shoulders for like body wash because that's just an old school trick right there. So I've been using that for all this time. I'm not gonna stop it. So,
I know that's
but
right.
yeah,
Um,
but no,
okay.
I was gonna say that the now um learning new things and stuff, the insurance is helpful in
Okay.
purchasing these products and stuff now, medical insurance. Even on Medicare, they send you a little bit to order supplies and stuff, and that's what I use it for now. So
Oh, is to order your supply. I know that has to help because
yeah,
that stuff, especially sometimes if you like you said, the dollar store or like um Amazon, like that stuff can really
hmm
add up.
yeah,
Especially depending on how many flares you have in a month, you can go through some stuff, right?
yeah, definitely,
Um,
definitely.
so living with HS means that your plans can change at any time, right? Like because sometimes the flares be flaring and you like, oh, I'm supposed to go here. Like when was the last time you had to cancel your plans because of HS?
Oh man, it's been several times. Honestly, I think the last time was I was gonna go out um, to like a little nightclub and something like that, and with some friends and stuff. But like it was crazy because I was good the day before that when I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna ride,
Right.
and then the next day, like noon, like it was just started to rear its ugly head, and it was just like, oh man, I can't. I knew that too much movement was just going to irritate it, and it's going to cause
Right.
a horrible night. So I just, I can't, and I felt bad too because these people, they didn't really know about my condition like that. So you
Oh,
know what I mean? It was like most of the other people, if it'd be like family and friends that I already know, they're like, oh, okay, no, I get it. But these people were kind of new friends and stuff, and I just, I had to flake out at the last minute. So
okay. So speaking of family, right? I would want to ask on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you say your support is at home? What would you rate your support? 10 being the highest.
definitely a 10. I mean, my mom and my father and them, they all support me, my brothers and sisters and sister-in-law and all them. Everybody supports everything I do. They share the information. They even send people my way that deal with HS and might need to find some help getting treatments or just information on HS. So no, my support system is pretty good. Currently, right now, I live by myself, so I don't really have that much of a support system by myself. But I mean, here I do have my primary doctor
Mhm.
is like the only one I really know around here, and her son, like they're great supporters too. Like they go above and beyond for me. So if I need like they found me my dermatologist so I can start my treatments. They like when I was struggling to get back and forth to the appointments, they pick me up and take me and stuff. So like
Oh, wow.
I definitely got to give a shout out to my doctors.
That's awesome. What would
Yeah.
you say that someone on HS, what type of support would they need? And once they get the diagnosis, what would you say that the support system needs to be at home for them to be successful on this journey?
I mean, as far as the resources and stuff, yeah, I would say just finding a good HS doctor, looking into a good surgeon. Um, and of course having somebody that's really going to be there by your side, whether it's your parent or a good friend, because sometimes on those down days you're not able to do stuff, so you want to have somebody kind of lean on and give you a hand around the house and stuff like that. But as far as your resources and stuff, definitely find you a good dermatologist. They have you can look up, I think it's HS Foundation has a good website to look on for doctors and stuff in the area. HS Connect as well. They have good resources. It's a couple of them out there, but yeah, just making sure you find a doctor that actually understands the condition and not just say, "Oh, I'm familiar with it."
Right.
I think that's the best part about with these foundations. They got doctors that have been tested already, and people that went to them, so they know about HS. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I want to ask a few questions. I promise I'm not going to keep you long.
no,
Like,
you're good. You're good.
I'm not going to keep you long. So I want to do some rapid fire questions. Just say the first thing that comes to your mind. Um, so natural deodorant or none at all when you have a flare?
Natural deodorant.
Natural deodorant. I'm that way too. Cold compress or heating pad?
It all depends. Now, if it's a flare that I need to bust, a heat compress. If it's a
Absolutely.
flare that I know it's not gonna bust no time soon and it's just hurting and throbbing, cold compress.
Good answer, because I do the same thing. You mentioned that you use Head and Shoulders. Have you at any point used the Hibiclens or Peroxide, or you just use the Peroxide like when you're cleaning?
I use so like when I clean it, I'm probably using witch hazel wipes and stuff like that.
Okay,
But I do use the Hibiclens from time to time.
you do.
Um, I don't I try not to use it too much. I think some people might overuse it because it does strip away a lot of the good bacteria and stuff too. So we got to kind
Okay,
of be mindful about how much we use it.
right.
They even put a little notice out saying that for HS people try not to use it more than like 5 times a week or something like that, 4 times.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that too. Because it cleans so well, you want to use it all the time, but
Right,
it
right,
kind of does the opposite when you use it too much.
right. Yep.
Um, and then you mentioned you use more often gauze and tape than you would band-aids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's are pretty big, and like I said, the areas that they cover,
Mhm.
the band-aid is just not going to cover it. It's not going to stick. I don't want it flailing off, throughout the day.
Right.
So I just get, a 2x2 or a 4x4 gauze, and then, put it under there. And it just fits easier because I can
It
tape it to my
does.
chest and then tape it towards the back area a little bit. So
What would you say to someone who just got their diagnosis and they don't know what to expect? What advice would you give them?
I would just say just really be strong in the whole situation. Make sure that you focusing on your mental health as far as as much as your physical health. Um, it's just to let them know that it's gonna be some rough days where you're gonna want to feel like giving up, but you're not gonna give up because we're not built to give up. We're built for this battle right here, and I
Yes,
think
we
that
are.
every one of us shows great resilience when we deal with this stuff, because the stuff that we deal with is like some of the most painful condition in the world. So like, I mean, I just try to be honest with them, just like I said, let them know times are going to get hard, but don't give up because they will get better. And enjoy the good days as much as you sit there and dwell on those
That
bad
part.
days.
That part.
So
That part. Um, you have become like one of the people in this community who advocate. Where did you find that voice to advocate? Because there's a difference between telling people and telling your family and friends, hey, this is what it is, to becoming a known face in the community and advocating this, you know, to TikTok and other, like,
yeah.
where did you find that voice from?
So for like I've been talking with the community for years. Even on before I got on TikTok, I was on Facebook and doing things there and just in the groups and stuff and just kind of helping people, find doctors, different methods that we use to treat HS and all those good little things. So I kind of took a break from it, but then I got back in and I started getting on TikTok and I was just like, you know what? I need to figure out what I'm gonna do on TikTok. So I found I was like, you know what, I'm gonna talk about HS again. I'm gonna get back into that. I'm gonna, share my story on there and help people because really, like I don't even worry about the followers and stuff. The only reason I worry about followers now is because I want more people to get my message.
Right.
But I'm happy with the people that I got because I'm able to focus on them. If they message me, I'm able to respond back to them and give them my undivided attention and stuff. I don't know if I had 20,000 followers, if I could be able to keep up with that. But it would drive me crazy because that's my whole thing. Like I just want to be an advocate for the people. So I'm a people's advocate before I'm just an advocate. I want to help the people. I want to help the community in any way possible. If it's finding a doctor, treatment, diet change, whatever I can do, mental health struggles, anything like that. I want to make sure that I'm helping the community. So that's really my drive, but behind everything, as long as I'm helping the community and bringing everybody together, so these people can have a voice, these people can be seen, and you know what I mean. Like that, I'm good there.
I, when I tell you that's exactly what you're doing, and I want to give you your flowers because every time I'm scrolling and I see you are always helping, giving out information. And then one night you had a family game night, family feud.
Yeah.
I was like, what is happening over here? I was like, this it is real community. And I think that's so important on this journey. If the people want to do a deep dive and get all up in your HS journey, tell people where they can find you.
Okay, y'all can check me out. I'm on TikTok under Mikey D. Facebook, you can find me at H.S. Let's talk about it. That's a page, a separate page that I got just for HS. I'm on Instagram a little bit, but I'm still trying to navigate these other
Right.
apps. So I'm taking baby steps, but I'm on there, and I think it's Mikey D HS King. The same on here. It's YouTube Mikey D HS King, and it's the same I think on Instagram. I just changed that the other day, so I was like, I'm trying to get all that information out there, and I do lives and stuff like that, and not just myself. My partners, they do lives and host great lives and give out information like you was talking about the game night. That's something I try to do on Saturdays so everybody can kind of just unwind and not talk about HS and just have a laugh and a joke and a little friendly competition, and just if you're bored on a Saturday night, you know what I mean? Sometimes people got things to do. Sometimes, they're just sitting there doom scrolling.
Right. And I appreciate that because HS, like the mental part of it and the flares can be so heavy. And that's why I didn't want to do this and focus on the heaviness of it, right?
Yeah.
Because it is heavy and it is serious, but we're enjoying the journey, right? Like we're
Yeah.
enjoying the good days. We're enjoying sharing, information about people because there's so
Yeah.
much misinformation out there, and people think
Yeah.
that you're dirty and they think that you don't bathe, and it's just like we are probably a lot cleaner than
Oh
most
yeah.
people because
Oh
of it.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because we trying to
Yeah.
be extra clean, but I think there's so much misinformation out here, and that's why I wanted to ask you to come on to kind of clear a little bit of that misinformation up, but not be so heavy. So I appreciate the energy. I appreciate you again taking time out of your Sunday to come over on YouTube. And I'm going to, in the replay, I'm going to put all of your social media information that you shared with me on here so people can find you.
Okay.
But I just want to thank you again and give you your flowers because you're doing an amazing job. I really
Thank you. I
appreciate it.
appreciate that. Can I add one
Um,
more thing real quick?
sure.
So also, I just joined a nonprofit organization for
Mhm.
HS. We just started. The ladies just started this. It is called Beyond the Skin HS. It is focused towards the younger generation, so high school kids, college kids, and that younger generation. Because as we all know, a lot of us went undiagnosed for many
Right.
years. I didn't find out until I was in my 30s, and I started dealing with it in my late teens. So we're trying to bridge that gap and make sure that these young warriors have the support that they need, the resources that they need, and just let them know that they have a family with us and all that. So it's called Beyond the Skin HS. Um, it's on Facebook. Is a page on Facebook. It's a website up as well. And it's Angel, Katie, Cassie, and Nunu. We're all part of this group, and it's a great bunch of warriors. You probably seen us all together on lives.
I
Yeah.
have, and it's amazing work that you guys are doing over there. And because you mentioned that, because I didn't get diagnosed until I was 25, and I've been dealing with it since I was 16. So
Right.
I that is something that is definitely needed in this community. And again, I'll leave that information in here too for people to check out.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it.
You're welcome. But thanks again. If anybody wants to check out Mikey D socials, I'll leave them below. But thanks again and have an amazing evening. Thank you, Mike. I'll see you
Thank
later.
you.
All
You
right. Bye
take
bye.
it easy.
Thanks. Bye bye.